What's up? Herson Viatoro. That's Herson, Herson. You'll see it down here somewhere. Like person walking with an H at the beginning, Herson. See, I'm here to tell you today the pros and cons of having a commission-only job. See, personally, I love being on commission. Ever since I went full-time commission, I've loved it. I've hated it a lot in the beginning, but I've become a better person because of it. But here's some of the pros and cons of being on commission. See, I'm gonna give you the cons first. First of all, you have to work, right? If you don't like to work, right? If you're the type to go into the restroom for 30 minutes to go on TikTok, right? You have to work. In a commission-based job, you're not getting paid for the time you spend in the bathroom going on TikTok. I know because I've done it, right? Unpaid breaks. If you go on a break, just like what I was saying about going to the bathroom, when you take a break while you're on commission only, you do not get paid for that time, right? For any amount of time that you're not producing, that you're not creating revenue, that you're not making a sale, you don't get paid, right? Another con is that you get taxed the full self-employment tax. See, a lot of business owners and self-employed people know about this, but for my people who don't know this, who've always been on wages, who've always been on salaries, and you don't know what self-employment tax is, self-employment tax is the tax that is on Medicare and Social Security. I'm not a tax advisor. I'm giving what I believe it is, right? So as of 2022, according to some website on Google, right, the full self-employment tax is 15.3%. So when you're on a commission-only job, you have to pay that whole 15.3%. When you're working a wage or a salary, you're a W-2 employee, you pay half of that, 7.65%, and then your employer pays the other 7.65%. That's one of the cons of being on commission only. You have to pay both sides because you are the employee and you are the employer, right? Variable pay, right? Let's say you sell 5 cars this month, and then next month you sell 4, the next month you sell 10, the next month you sell 3, the next month you sell 8. See, it's based on how much you produce, and how much you produce every month is not always going to be the exact same. On a wage, on a salary, you get paid, let's say, for example, $15 an hour, no matter what you produce. You get $15 an hour even if you don't make any sandwiches. You get $15 an hour even if there's no customers in the store. You get paid the same amount every hour. See, that's a steady pay. This is in commission-only job. It's a variable pay based on your production, based on the revenue you create, based on the sales you close. Higher risk to lenders. This is not something that I had personal experience with, but it's something that I found on Google that I wanted to put up on here. You appear to be a higher risk to lenders compared to someone with, say, a steady income. Say they're getting paid $15 an hour and they steadily work 40 hours a week. Whatever the math is on that, I'm gonna say $3,000 a month. When a lender sees, okay, he makes $3,000 a month consistently, steady, it's the same amount every month, they are a lower risk to lenders, right? But when you're on a commission-only job, you appear to be a higher risk to lenders because they don't know what your income is going to be, because they see your tax forms, they see your bank statement, they see $5,000 this month, $7,000 this month, $3,000 this month. You appear to be a higher risk to lenders. It's like crypto and stocks. Stocks don't go up or down as much as crypto. So crypto appears to be the higher risk. It's the same with lenders and employees and people and borrowers. You've got to make sacrifices, right? In a job, right? In a wage job, in a salary job, if you're hungover and you still appear at work and you don't produce as much, you still get paid for the time that you're there, right? But in commission, if you want to make more money, you've got to make some sacrifices. You can't be going to the club at 2 a.m. on a Monday night, right? You can't be going to the club on a Saturday night, right? Because if you want to make more money, then you've got to wake up feeling good, right? You get better at talking to people. When people see that you're hungover, you're probably not going to make a sale, right? So you've got to make some sacrifices in commission-only jobs. Your pay is tied to the revenue that you create. Say I used to work at Subway. My pay was not tied to the revenue I created. My pay was based on the time that I spent at the job. So if I was there 8 hours, whether I made 5 sandwiches or 100 sandwiches, 5 sandwiches or 500 sandwiches, I got paid the same amount. But see, in commission-based jobs, You get paid based on the revenue you create. If you're in car sales, that's based on how many cars you sell. The amount of revenue created based on the amount of cars you sell. If you're in insurance sales, that's the amount of premiums that you generate, right? If you're in phone sales, that's the amount of revenue that you created from all the phones you sold, right? That's some cons that I have for you for commission only jobs. Now let me give you the pros of why I love being on commission. You get paid more for your time, right? So at a wage job, you get paid $15 an hour whether you make 5 sandwiches or 500 sandwiches. In a commission-based job, you get paid for each sandwich that you make, right? So let's say you make 5 sandwiches, you didn't get paid, right? But if you make 500 sandwiches in the same amount of time that it took you to make 5 sandwiches, you get paid 100 times more, probably even more. You get paid at least 100 times more than it took you to make 5 sandwiches. You get what I'm saying? So in a wage, you get paid $15 an hour no matter what. At a commission, you get paid more based on what you do within the time frame whatever time frame you specify. You get paid more for your skills, right? So a newbie in car sales who doesn't know how to talk to people, who doesn't know how to close people, he's probably not gonna close as many car sales as someone who's been doing car sales for 10 years. Because the one who's been doing car sales for 10 years, he's a lot better. He's got more experience. He's closed a lot more deals. He's sold a lot more people. He's talked to a lot more people, prospected a lot more people. So he's better, right? So in the amount of time that it takes the newbie to sell a car, it could probably take the 10-year guy. He could probably sell 100 cars in the same amount of time the newbie took to sell 1 car, right? You get better with your social skills, right? In commission-based jobs, you have to talk to people, right? You have to make sales. You have to talk to people in order to make a sale, right? You can't make a sale to a computer, right? But you got to talk to people. So you get better at talking to people, at communicating with people. You get better at prospecting people. You get better at meeting people. You get better at convincing people. You get better at reading people, reading body language, reading tone, reading people, all that stuff in your social skills. You control your income. So if you want to make $5,000 a month in commission, you can make $5,000 a month. If you want to make $10,000 a month, you can make $10,000 a month. You just have to work more, right? You have to talk to more people. You have to close more deals. You have to spend more time. But if you get better, you don't have to spend as much time. See what I'm saying? You are your own boss, right? For all my people out there who want to be their own boss, go into a commission-based job. Now, if your wage or salary is currently paying your bills, you don't have to leave that place, but you can become your own boss while you have a boss, right? But you become your own boss in a commission-only job because your pay is tied to what you produce, right? There's no one there telling you, hey, you've got to call this person. Well, there might be if your higher ups are supporting you, if the people around you are supporting you, if the company is a supportive group of salespeople, is better off. But you become your own boss, right? If you don't want to do something, you ain't got to do it, right? No one's going to fire you for not doing something in a commission-only job because the employer is not going to have to pay you if you don't do anything, right? You control your work hours. If you want to work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., 5 days a week, you can do that. If you want to work from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., you can do that, right? If you want to work from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. on weekends, you can do that, right? You control your work hours. See, I love commission-based jobs. I have become a much better person because of commission-based jobs. See, I quit Goodwill in January 2021. I was getting paid $15 an hour. When I quit, in the year and a half that it's been since I quit, I've gotten better at talking to people. I've gained more confidence in myself. I've forced myself to learn and have learned how to like learning, right? Have learned how to be more disciplined. I've made sacrifices that I wouldn't have made if I would have stayed at Goodwill, stayed getting paid $15 an hour. Because in order to make more money, I had to make these sacrifices. I had to quit using drugs. I had to quit hanging out with people. I deleted my social media in order to not get distracted, right? I had to make sacrifices in order to make more money. This is why I love commission. But see, I had to give you both pros and cons. I don't want to give you a biased opinion. I'm giving you a biased opinion right now because I love commission-based jobs. But I want to give you both sides, right? Pros and the cons, and you get to decide for yourself. I recommend you take a commission-based job. It's made me a better person, and I'm certain it will make you a better person, right? This is Herson Villatoro. Here's why I like commission-based jobs, and here's some negatives about commission-based jobs. It's been good giving you this information, giving you this advice. I'll talk to you soon.